Hello everyone, welcome back to the Global Alert TV channel. Please subscribe and like my videos because today we are taking you deep inside one of the most mysterious and shocking events in modern warfare, a drone strike that stunned Russia and left intelligence analysts around the world searching for answers. What began as an ordinary night across western Russia quickly turned into a nightmare of precision, speed, and technology that few could have imagined. The explosions that tore through a heavily guarded military installation were unlike anything seen before. Eyewitnesses described glowing trails in the night sky, followed by a sudden, silent impact that obliterated entire sections of the base before the alarms could even sound. For days afterward, Russian officials remained tight-lipped, refusing to reveal what kind of weapon had managed to penetrate multiple layers of radar defense. But whispers began to spread among defense experts. This was no ordinary drone, and its origin was far from clear. From what investigators have pieced together, the mysterious drone bore no markings, no visible insignia, and not even a recognizable radar signature. It appeared to have been crafted with advanced stealth technology, possibly combining composite materials and radar-absorbing skin that allowed it to fly deep into enemy territory undetected. The exterior of the drone, based on fragments recovered near the site, suggested a blend of carbon fiber and lightweight titanium alloy, designed for both speed and durability. Its wingspan, roughly estimated from debris, pointed to a mid-range strike capability, yet it carried the payload capacity of a much larger aircraft. Unlike traditional drones that rely on visible rotors or propellers, this one may have used a hybrid propulsion system, something between jet-powered and electrically assisted thrust, giving it the ability to remain silent at low altitude but swift at high altitude. This design alone would make it nearly impossible for conventional radar systems to track or intercept. Inside the drone, the level of sophistication stunned even the most seasoned military analysts. Sources close to the investigation claim the interior components revealed technology that seemed ahead of its time. The navigation system was completely autonomous, relying on a network of encrypted satellite links and an AI-driven flight computer that could adapt mid-air to avoid jamming or detection. The drone didn't need human control. It could adjust its route on the fly, analyze radar frequencies, and find the safest corridor to its target without any radio communication that could be intercepted. The internal avionics bay was lined with advanced sensors, thermal, optical, and even acoustic ones, that allowed it to map its environment in real time, like a digital predator hunting its prey. Engineers who examined what was left of the circuit boards noticed miniature quantum processors, something believed to be experimental, capable of processing vast amounts of data almost instantaneously. This explained why the drone reacted so swiftly, changing altitude and trajectory just seconds before anti-aircraft fire could lock onto it. The power source was another enigma. Fragments of the internal engine suggested a dual system, a compact turbine combined with a high-density battery pack, possibly lithium-silicon-based. Such a configuration would allow the drone to fly long distances, possibly over 1,000 kilometers, without refueling or external guidance. The integration of both systems meant it could operate silently when approaching its target and then switch to full power during escape or ascent. Even the onboard cooling systems were advanced, with thermal regulators that dispersed heat signatures evenly across the body, making infrared detection nearly impossible. It was a flying ghost, an invisible machine of precision and intent. When it comes to performance, what this drone accomplished speaks louder than any technical report. It crossed one of the most heavily guarded airspaces in the world and hit a military compound believed to house advanced missile systems. Russian defense systems, known for their layered radars and electronic countermeasures, failed to even register the incoming threat until seconds before impact. The strike destroyed multiple storage units and caused secondary explosions that lasted through the night. Analysts later noted the precision of the attack. The drone didn't just hit random structures, it specifically targeted communication arrays and command centers, crippling the base's ability to coordinate responses. Its accuracy was within a few centimeters, something only achievable through next-generation targeting systems, possibly using laser-assisted GPS correction. For a drone to navigate across enemy territory, evade defenses, and deliver a strike with that level of precision, without direct human control, was nothing short of revolutionary. Safety features inside the drone revealed even more intelligence. Unlike conventional drones, this one had multiple failsafe systems to prevent capture. The internal memory was designed to self-wipe within seconds if tampered with. Tiny thermal charges were integrated into the core processor. If someone tried to open or scan it without proper codes, it would vaporize its own circuits, leaving behind nothing but molten metal. The same mechanism protected its targeting software and navigation codes. There were also signs of encrypted communication modules that used frequency-hopping signals, making it virtually impossible for enemy interceptors to jam or locate its source. Every part of the design screamed secrecy and advanced engineering. It wasn't just built for attack, it was built to never be found or traced. Military experts across NATO and Asia began to speculate on its origin. Some believed it was a prototype from a Western defense contractor, possibly tested in secret collaboration with Ukrainian intelligence. Others argued it could be a Russian experiment that went rogue or was hacked mid-flight. The lack of identifiable parts only deepened the mystery. No one could confirm where it came from, who built it, or who gave the order. The most intriguing part of the story was how the drone communicated, or didn't. It never sent any recognizable signal during its flight path. Satellite data later showed faint blips of unidentified objects moving along the border region, but none matched known flight patterns. It was as if the drone had appeared out of thin air, completed its mission, and vanished into the night sky, leaving confusion and speculation in its wake. As the investigation unfolded, images of the wreckage began circulating online, charred pieces of composite material, melted circuit boards, and a strange alloy that resisted chemical analysis. The shape of its wings, sharp and angled like a hawk's, hinted at aerodynamic efficiency designed for both high speed and low drag. Engineers remarked on the smoothness of the fuselage surface, no visible bolts or seams, as if the entire structure had been 3D printed in one piece. That technique, if confirmed, would represent a breakthrough in drone manufacturing. Some fragments even showed traces of nano-coating, possibly used to absorb radar waves. Every aspect of the drone's build spoke of a design philosophy that valued invisibility over size, precision over brute force. The strike not only shocked Russia but also reshaped the global conversation about the future of warfare. Traditional defense systems rely on detection, radar, infrared, and radio frequency scanning. But this drone showed what happens when the weapon itself becomes undetectable. Russian media initially downplayed the event, calling it a minor explosion caused by fuel leaks, but satellite images released days later told a different story. Large sections of the base were reduced to ashes. Trucks, aircraft, and command towers were destroyed with pinpoint accuracy. The silence from Russian authorities only fueled rumors that something far more dangerous had entered the battlefield. What made this drone even more unsettling was its possible intelligence-gathering role. Reports suggested that it carried not only explosives but also surveillance modules that transmitted data before the explosion. That meant the drone wasn't just delivering a strike, it was also watching, recording, and analyzing in real time. Its ability to gather battlefield data, relay information through encrypted satellite relays, and then destroy itself erased any trace of its mission. Such capability would make it a dream tool for covert operations and a nightmare for traditional armies. The unique selling point of this mysterious drone, according to defense insiders, was its independence. It didn't require a team of operators or a remote pilot sitting in a control room. It could plan, execute, and evaluate a mission entirely on its own. Using adaptive algorithms, it could choose the best route, avoid weather hazards, detect jamming zones, and even simulate alternative paths if one was blocked. In essence, it was a weapon that could think for itself. That's what terrified military experts the most. If such technology becomes widely available, the concept of deterrence will change forever. Nations would no longer rely solely on human decisions but on intelligent machines that can wage war autonomously. Estimating the price of such a machine is nearly impossible, but defense experts suggest that building something with this level of precision and stealth could cost between $10 million to $20 million per unit, possibly more if quantum processors and AI modules are involved. But cost was never the main concern, secrecy was. Whoever funded and built this drone clearly wanted it to remain in the shadows. There was no public record of its existence, no defense budget mention, no manufacturer claim. It was as if a ghost factory somewhere in the world had brought it to life for a single, precise mission. In the aftermath of the strike, Russian air defenses were immediately upgraded, new radar systems were deployed, and patrols increased along the border regions. But deep down, military officials knew that if one such drone existed, others might be waiting. Countries like China, the United States, and Turkey quietly began reviewing their drone defense strategies, realizing that traditional detection systems might soon become obsolete. The global arms race entered a new era, the era of invisible warfare, where speed, silence, and AI replaced brute force and numbers. In conclusion, the secret drone strike that shocked Russia wasn't just a military incident, it was a warning to the entire world. It revealed how far technology has advanced, how artificial intelligence and stealth engineering can redefine the battlefield, and how vulnerable even the most fortified nations can be. The drone's unknown origin, its unmatched precision, and its ability to evade every form of defense made it a symbol of the future, one where wars might be fought not by soldiers, but by machines that think, learn, and strike without hesitation. And as analysts continue to debate who sent it and why, one thing is certain: the skies above us have changed forever.